Bassett makes the turn. Ross. Rosenberry looking in, floating it over the goal. Rosenberry, an unlikely first goal here for Colorado. They'll take it. It's 1-0.
They'll take it. He's just got a contract extension. And they'll take him however it comes. And again, they work it really well. That little pass into midfield opens it up, but take nothing away. This is a cross, and he gets it wrong, but it goes into the back of the net, and that's where Pars is called out. This is a wonderful angle here. Just looking to dink it up to the far post. Over hits it slightly, and it goes in. When you need a little bit of luck, it's come their way. I think the smile says it all. Congratulations, son. Can you relieve some pressure? Can you hold the ball up, please?
Cristiano Costa has
was going to say something else.
He's not touched the ball nearly enough for an MVP. Mihailovic floats it in, and there's the touch from Navajo. All the set-piece service, but during play, Mihailovic finds the answer, and it's 2-0 Colorado.
A bit of confusion, but it comes from the giveaway from Acosta. He gives the ball away. That little ricochet where it scoops up, and it just allows him to have a run on the ball. As a defender now, I'm standing still, but here's the playmaker again. Just off that little foot or more, it just bounces up, loops over the first defender, so then he's in between, and it's a good header. It's a neat header. Hearts has got no chance. Doesn't try to do anything complicated, but they get it wide.
Right back for Bassett.
Dallas, when have they last won 2 away games, or 2 games on the bounce?
That's been...
I think you said it.
I did say it. I'll have to look it up again. LaRose redirected in! Just like that, we're back level. It's 3-3, and Navajo.
Goal earlier on has given him the confidence. Look at the little run, they push it into space, he just pulls it back, and there's a nice tap in. Simple little ball into the space. A wonderful team effort as well.
Great ball by Mihailovic. Just a little touch there from LaRose.
There's Kabul coming off as well, just making a sub. But again, for him,
but 1 or 2 pieces away from being very similar team that we saw last year.
See what they can do hosting St. Louis City tomorrow night. Mihailovic, great ball in. Navajo! Navajo! Colorado with the dream start here in Texas. His 3rd on the season for the 24-year-old Brazilian striker, and a perfectly weighted ball from Georgi Mihailovic. 1-0 Colorado.
In the match, Colorado playing efficiently. You see that ball just a slip through the 2 center backs right up the spine of the field. And Alpha Navarro in that early season peak form, he's not going to miss from there, but the weight of the pass from Mihailovic puts Navarro in a perfect position where he doesn't have a lot to do, and he scores a huge goal on the road to go up 1-0.
He had 2 last week.
And then Colorado is able to execute in its attacking area. This ball's ahead for Bassett. Like he might have been ahead, leaves it for Mihailovic. Mihailovic at the corner of the box. He has some room there. Feeds that through, loose ball. Bassett finds its way through. And against all odds, against all form of play, it is the visiting Rapids on top. It's 1-0.
It did affect the play, but we'll have a look here. Clearly Bassett is offside and in behind. And that does stop Ricketts, certainly on the far side, who's looking more at the linesperson than he is at coming back to help out. And it's actually his man in the end, Ricketts' man, Bassett, who repositions himself into an onside position and picks up the loose ball that the goalkeeper, Danielle, cannot handle well. And Mihailovic down this left-hand side creates the goal. Bit of fortune, too, as it bounces off first a San Jose defender and then off the goalkeeper.
That's a little bit of space. Mihailovic sinking way deep. Awazium completes the switch over the left side. That ball is through. Open, it's Harris, tucked in. They made it look easy, and it's 2-1 Colorado. Where did that goal come from? By the Rapids. A stunned silence in San Jose.
Beautiful runs in behind and a well laid on pass in the end. And Harris, with his first goal of the year, could not miss from 5 or 6 yards out. Beautiful cutting pass. Onside is the substitute Fernandez. And then, although just a little bit behind the onrushing Harris, he adjusts his feet nicely and just taps it into an empty goal.
And they've answered our question. The lack of substitute goals, they were just due, because there it is for Calvin Harris.
And full credit to Rosenberry as well, who laid that one a couple of times I mentioned earlier, particularly from
Miller tries to get into the penalty area here and get the cross in. It's off the defender and in. Da Costa with the delivery, but it's going to go down as an own goal. And just before halftime, Portland have taken the lead.
They have so many numbers back defensively. Look at how many burgundy shirts are in the 18. But this is so similar to what we saw from Da Costa last week. Just taking on his defender in a wide area and putting a ball into the box. There's actually no runner. There's no runner making the near post run this time. But Josh Atencio, the defender from the Colorado Rapids, just can't rearrange his feet. And it's a deflection that just puts it right past his goalie for the own goal, and to put Portland Timbers up 1-0 on the road.
Now Colorado, Omir Fernandez for Mihailovic! The Rapids break through and find that opening tally. 1-0.
How good he was in his decision making. Out to the touchline. Nathan Byrne allows him to have that space, which is totally fine. Rafa Navajo holds both center backs. As he comes back across, that opens up more space in behind. And as you get the great ball in from Omir Fernandez, that's the spacing that we address with Djordje Mihailovic. He's drifted down underneath. A thorn against the two center backs.
Galina's faced one penalty this season. He did not save it. Mihailovic stepping to the spot. Colorado have yet to score from the spot this year. Mihailovic and Galina. It's 2-0 Rapids.
That was the opening 45. The vision starting to take off here from the substitutes.
There's only 2 goals came in that game against the Crown 2 weeks ago. Djordje Mihailovic. Dos Santos got a piece, but not enough to keep out the opener. Mihailovic has scored the last 3 for Colorado.
Steps up. It's not his best penalty that he's hit. Dos Santos might want that back. It's just underneath him. But the important thing is it goes in the back of the net, and that's all that matters for Colorado right now.
But it's the early start here in the second half, putting him on even terms. Sue, jostled 3 and knocked in. Darren Yappy gives the Rapids fans something to talk about. He scores to make it 2-1.
Puts one in the back of the net, and Maxwell does well to keep it alive, and then Awazium gets up. Yappy just with that long leg, just getting out to it, getting a toll to that ball. This goal will mean the world to him. And the youngster contributes, getting into the back of the net. 2-1 to Colorado.
Darren Yappy, his 3rd MLS goal. Recapturing the lead. Navajo. It's Bassett, back to Navajo. Great pass.
Great football.
Rafa Navajo finishing a wonderful sequence for the Rapids, who have doubled their advantage. 3-1.
Yappy to Navajo. Navajo back to Yappy. And that allows everybody else to get up the field, and then Djordje Mihailovic, this is the right pass. Little 1-2 between these two, and then out of his feet. It's a great finish into the corner. Good passing move from Colorado Rapids. Movement, it's all there. First touches, finishes. Really good football by Colorado Rapids. They deserve to be 3-1 up there.
Rafa Navajo, Brazilian beauty, pinging it off the post.
But he faces a big moment here. Navajo wins the penalty kick. Mihailovic will take it. The right-footed delivery, and Mihailovic picks out a corner. And 58 minutes into the game, it's now 1-1. Georgi Mihailovic has scored from 12 yards away. Last week against San Diego, this week against Houston. Great look at that cool as you like finish by Mihailovic.
It really is.
Seattle, we saw match day 9 scores earlier, and Seattle put one on Nashville tonight, 3-0. But here's a chance for Colorado. In is Navajo, scoring Navajo! He's had his chances tonight. Not clinical in the first half, but clinical here in the second half.
It's just far too easy. One ball through from Mihailovic and one terrific first touch with the outside of the right foot. Takes it past the defender and he finishes really coolly. Clinical precision, but like any good centre forward, Mark, he doesn't rue those missed opportunities from the first half.
Last little word. Mihailovic might see something. Georgi Mihailovic! Makes his mark with another big goal off a restart.
There's the little whisper to Cole Bassett. Look, I'm going to go under the wall. They're going to jump. And watch how calm this execution is. Not a lot of power at all. Just all smarts. And accuracy into the corner. And no one else is expecting it. Mastermind from Georgi Mihailovic. 1-1 and they're right back in it.
The beating there of Larraz, who did well to win it back, and that forward ball is well to the path here of Navajo. 2v2 running with Yapi. Rafael Navajo. Couldn't quite beat Barraza at his near post, but on we go. Lifted back in, and Yapi! And beaten away from Barraza, and the goal is given. Darren Yapi opens the scoring for Colorado at the end of a wild sequence. It's Yapi hour in DC.
Allows for Colorado to be able to get back and make this play, and then this is where DC United is so vulnerable. When they send players forward, Peltola's out of position, 2v2 situation. You almost think Navajo has slowed himself down too much. He's cut down the angle, gets his own rebound though, and then this is where it's just about calm. Being patient, picking out the right pass. There's his initial shot, but then he gets his head up, doesn't rush it too quickly, a little feint to buy himself time to find Yapi on that far side. Just tucks it in to the near post.
And well in as well. No controversy about that.
What's going on with the Crown? Chicago wins 2 in a row. Atlanta lost, winless at 8. Cannon creeps that in. Bassett for Mihailovic! The mile-high maestro comes to life when the Rapids need him most.
The ball comes back to Georgi Mihailovic. There was some good play out here, some good movement and passing. Comes to Ojeda, and he should do better there. And it's robbed by Bassett, set to Georgi Mihailovic. And he puts it in the back of the net. As easy as that. RSL have to clear their lines, they don't. And they get punished by the number 10. Right into the side netting. 1-0 finally, we have a goal.
Reggie Cannon. Numbers in burgundy. Fudi Pietro cuts it. Yapi reaches out. It's his ball! It's his goal! Darren Yapi, at one point the youngest player ever
to start a game for the Colorado Rapids. The book on him, he does everything well, but we just need more goals. He just got one.
Well, St. Louis having the opportunity to open up the scoreline a few minutes ago. Instead, it's all Colorado. Little clipped-in ball. It's hopeful and it's searching. But the way that Yappy brings this ball down, pivots, turns, gets away, and creates the space from Yarrow. Keeps it on the deck, deflection. Roman Burke goes to ground. You can see the frustration.
Put it on your iPad if you're watching us on your Apple TV. Put it on your iPhone if you're watching this game on your iPad. Second screen. Check out MLS 360 to keep up with the whole league tonight. Here's Mihailovic driving forward for Colorado, and still Mihailovic! Oh, he took it all the way, and he scored a wonderful goal for Colorado!
Well, your game changers, you need them to go and have big moments, and that's exactly what Mihailovic does. The ball bouncing in his favor, and he just thinks, I'm going to go for a run. Look how he just attacks. Come on, Miller. He's waiting for some support. When it doesn't come, it's a quick little shift, and he gets away. Opens up that little bit of space and allows him to find that far corner. Not being selected to the U.S. men's national team, he's wanted to come out.
Wolf on the corner now for Austin. Rare set-piece chance for them. Oh, thumped in! What a goal! Brendan Hines-Ike with a missile off his noggin. And Austin doubles their lead on the road. Brendan Hines-Ike with his 4th career MLS goal.
The cross. And that is a terrific header from Hindsight, going backwards and somehow generating so much power from that header. Great delivery from Wolf. Oh, is that an own goal?
It did look like it clipped off.
But I like that they're not abandoning that high pressure. They're continuing to win the ball now in good spots. Of course, turnovers over the top.
Colorado winning the ball in a great spot there through Atencio. Vines lifting the chin, second touch to play it in, and it's 1-0. Mihailovic breaks the goal drought with his 8th of 2025, and the Rapids take the lead.
It's the initiation of pressure that wins the ball in a good spot that gives them the advantage. And Sam Vines, when he sets up, so much time to put his head up, put his head down, and the run is perfect, the ball is perfect, and Mihailovic uses the pace of that cross just to redirect that to the near post. Mitrovic, no chance to set his feet and react.
Explosive in every sense of the word, especially at the offensive end, highlighted by the leadership of Ricky Pooch. Cudi Pietro, good ball out wide. Shot will go in, and it's 2-0. Second goal of the year for Calvin Harris, and the Rapids are exploding here in the first half. In his first start, he pays off for Chris Armas.
12 appearances, all of them off the bench. He gets his first start, trying to make a statement as to why he should be in the lineup. Again, it's simple. Nelson's a little bit pulled off, not closing that space tight enough, not trusting his ability in that 1v1 scenario. Harris recognizes that he's got the space to release the shot. Quick little touch to set up, and then just drives it. Mitrovic a little bit blinded, but hits it well enough to put it in the back of the net, and this team goes up 2-0 here at home.
Another player getting a starting nod tonight, Ted Cudi Pietro. Yes, his 5th start of the season, but he'll pick.
Now a chance to run. Navajo will get this one out wide. Back, Navajo again. Ooh, a spin cycle there. Moves it down the line. Chance to cut it back. Cudi Pietro saved and then smashed in. Calvin Harris on the board for a 2nd straight game. The Rapids lead in Foxborough.
Oh,
Yeah, you talk about the Brazilian sauce and swag. It starts with Rafa Navarro just hitting the little spin cycle. Watch this. Irks, irks. Oh, yeah. And I'm not just going to stop. I'm going to play this and then let all of the runs recycle. Teddy Pietro does a very good job to go low and hard to make it very difficult for Ivičić to get a good save and a strong paw on this one here. Tencio does excellently to cut the service back. And Harris says, absolutely. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to hit the back of the net. 2 games consecutively, finding the score sheet, 3rd on the season. Excellent for Harris. Yeah, you talk about the Brazilian sauce and swag. It starts with Rafa Navarro just hitting the little spin cycle. Watch this. Irks, irks. Oh, yeah. And I'm not just going to stop. I'm going to play this and then let all of the runs recycle. Teddy Pietro does a very good job to go low and hard to make it very difficult for Ivičić to get a good save and a strong paw on this one here. Tencio does excellently to cut the service back. And Harris says, absolutely. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to hit the back of the net. 2 games consecutively, finding the score sheet, 3rd on the season. Excellent for Harris, excellent for Colorado, because it's very well deserved.
Player coming in now. And if Sean Kalai is out for any period of time, you expect Langoni will be that man they turn to. But right now it's Navajo for Colorado. Navajo scores! Another quick strike attack for the Colorado Rapids. 2-0 in New England.
Here on Apple TV. What I love about Rafa Navarro is when he's in between the boxes, he can absolutely kill you. He draws 4 defenders, has 2 options to slot it over to Teddy Pietro and Calvin Harris at the top of the screen and says, absolutely not. I'm using all of your momentum against you, and then I'm just slotting it home. Very well done from the Brazilian striker. The designated player has caught fire from 2024, and he's parlaying that into excellent form when his team needs him the most. Djordje Mihailovic is out. It does not matter for this man because he's been excellent. Talked about the fact that he has 3 clean sheets looking for his 4th.
Now stepping forward, here come the Rapids into the attack. Shooting chance! Oh, it's in again! Teddy Pietro! 3 goals for the Rapids in New England. The rout is on.
Teddy Pietro. I talked about how he's been excellent in just making sure that he is doing his basic midfield responsibilities, but he says, I want to join the party as well. What I love about this finish here is that he stays very focused, shifting it just back and forth and back and forth. And what he does very well is to go against the grain. In that split second where Ivičić thinks that he's going to go far post, he goes near post. Right here, cuts across the grain there, and that's very difficult for the goalkeeper to shuffle his feet back and get toward the right hand side.
Navarro against Postcamp. A stutter step. Navarro! No doubt! The Rapids have a lifeline! Rafael Navarro, cool as can be from the spot.
Themselves on a potential comeback is because of Darren Yap. He gets to the end line, draws the penalty. Navarro looks Postcamp in the eye and says, I'm not going to do what happened in the first half. I'm going to bury this one. Wrong foot's Postcamp and says, get the ball out of the back of the net, Ronan. Let's get this game on and popping. 2-1.
He wants Johnson to get sucked in so they can play around him. But I'll tell you what, the intelligent part was Calvin Harris. He stopped his run so Rafa Navarro could get in.
Here's Harris! It was coming. Ever the Englishman right on task. Calvin Harris and the Rapids have liftoff here in the Rocky Mountains. It's Colorado 1, Vancouver 0. 4th goal of the season for the English winger.
Well, here's the option. Look at it. We're talking about opening up the space. Look at the run by Mihailovic. Absolutely fantastic. That sucks Johnson in, and there's Calvin Harris all by himself. But this ball by Koo playing into, we talked about Mihailovic running into fantastic spaces, and then Calvin Harris has to put this away, and he does. 4th goal of the year, gives Colorado a lead 12 minutes in. But the idea of getting that outside, Johnson having to come inside to mark, when you talk about Mihailovic, opened up the door for Calvin Harris to finish that.
That will send the South Bank into goals had that effect. Here's Cole Bassett for Ronan. He came close to Colorado's second a moment ago. Beautifully played. Mihailovic pulls it across, and Navajo arrives at just the right time. Beautiful from the Brazilian. And Colorado double up in the first half. 2-0.
Calm and cool and trying to find his pace. Look at this. Calvin Harris goes. Mihailovic, great run. He doesn't want to control this first-time ball across. He gets in front of Utek, and that's what you want. Great ball right in front. The problem you have if you're Vancouver is, why is Blackman just standing there? Why isn't he covering the 6 where he's supposed to be? He doesn't. Mihailovic with a fantastic first-time cross. Colorado there up 2. They can catch Vancouver Whitecaps asleep a little bit.
Quarter number 4 for Urji Mihailovic right into the danger area. And danger it is. Poaching in opportunistic fashion. The Big Dane has done it. Andres Maxu opens his account, and that may be game, set, and match for the Caps.
Crossbar. He's done everything else today. He pulls off. He gets a nice, bounces right in front of Takaoka. And you can see, and watch this. When it skips down, Takaoka's not really sure. He's trying to almost volleyball. He pushes it, and he makes a big mistake right here. Look at the way he volleyballs this, and he pushes it right into the goal. It's unfortunate. You know what? He's kept them in the game all night, but that's not a snap header. That's not anything but a ball bouncing, and you can see his hands.
They've just thrown a lifeline out here into the water. Will Colorado grab hold of it? On the right foot of Mihailovic. Going against Andrew Thomas. Mihailovic, and he scores.
Never in doubt. You could tell by the way he was setting up for it.
Powerful finish by Georgi Mihailovic. His 9th goal of the year. 4th from the spots. Colorado has something to give them hope.
Yeah, he's gone down early, Thomas, and Mihailovic just cuts across the ball. It's high, it's got power, it's got accuracy. It's a good penalty. He had a bit of time to think about it, but you could just tell he was in the zone, he was focused.
Cole Bassett scored back on March 15th against San Jose and hasn't scored in a league game since then. Mihailovic defers the PK, which was won by Navajo. It's Bassett to make it 3-2, and he does. This is absolutely unbelievable what's happened in the snap of a finger. It looked like it was easy street, but it's going to be far from it now. Mihailovic and Bassett from the spot. It's 3-2, Warren.
I asked a question.
But we will never know. What we do know right now is Colorado is in the build. Mihailovic to Yappy, who just came on. Yappy still carrying it forward. He's tied the game. Darren Yappy has seen Colorado climb up what felt like Mount Rainier. Down 3-0 early in the half. They scored 3 in a row. 2 from the spot, and now Darren Yappy, who just came on mere minutes ago.
Well, I think they can win it. They're 3-0 down. They've shown character, but this is all about quality. Good touch, gets it out of his feet, past one, and he takes it early and direct. He doesn't allow Thomas to get set. It's poor defending by Jackson Reagan again. You've got to be strong. You've got to stay on your feet. You've got to block it, the ball. But they're back in business, and they thoroughly deserve it.
Wagner, shoulder challenge by Harris, won it cleanly. Calvin Harris to take it away. Here come the Rapids in transition. They've got 5 into the attack. Here they come. Navajo able to pull up, plays this ball across. The shot is off the mark. Follow-up try is in. Oh, they stay with the play, and Colorado has the lead. It is Rafa Navajo, the Brazilian. And the Rapids strike first on the road in Chester.
He makes an unbelievable run. So you see all of a sudden now they've got 3 versus 2, and it's all about making the right decisions. It's Bassett that receives the ball of Navarro. He hits the crossbar, but then Navarro, who had played the ball to Bassett, he has a presence of mind just to keep himself in the right position, and his instincts enable him to put the ball into the back of the net. And that's what Colorado, they've been waiting for. They've dealt with a lot of pressure.
2 assists in MLS play. Bending run there to stay onside from Harris. Turns the corner. Out in front is Navajo. Navajo!
The fans saw him denied by the post in the first half, but not to be denied now. We're tied.
And look at this first ball from Ali Larraz into the feet of Mihailovic, constantly checking all of his shoulders. 4 players collapse on him. That creates the isolation. And it's Rafa Navarro that recognizes, I've got an advantage. I'm in a good spot, and Harris just has to slot that with the perfectly weighted pass. And Rafa Navarro just read it.
Both teams have struck here in the second half. Mihailovic, bending ball, out in front! Navajo times 2! He's done nothing but score goals since he arrived here just over 2 years ago. And a brace tonight sees Colorado with their first lead.
Look at the pace on this ball to get this up and down in this area. And Rafa Navarro tracking on that all the way. And to be able to get his foot out and redirect that on frame without having to overhit that is a spectacular goal. Santos Laguna were crowding the top of the area trying to...
Yappy. Larraz driving it across, and it's an own goal! Came off the head of Cholos, but it doesn't matter. Colorado will take it just the same.
And look at the drive forward from Rosenberry. Opens up the play for Ali Larraz, and he just does exactly what he's supposed to do. Hit that ball with pace across the face of the goal. And there's Jackson Poroso. Had a goal in the first half on a set piece, attacking the ball, and in this one.
And no foul call, as you mentioned as well, but he does well to time it and get it out.
For Cruz Azul, coming off that draw against the Galaxy and then the win in penalty kicks, but this is turned over and a chance to deliver. Rafa Navarro strikes again for the Rapids, an early lead in SoCal.
Well, the Rapids had 3 players in a pressing shape right on top of the penalty box, right on the 18-yard box, waiting, almost daring Cruz Azul to play out, just putting a lot of numbers forward initially. They've started strong in the attack. They do it defensively. Right there, just the trajectory on the ball from the air.
Here's Bassett, ready to stand over this set piece. Bassett lifts it up, back post. It's there and it's put in! The captain, Andreas Maxu, in the back post. 2-0 Rapids.
This is a great service all the way to the back post area from Cole Bassett. There wasn't anyone tracking Maxu in this back post area, and then Rotundi is surprised by it. He's dropping in the space, but it's a powerful volley. He meets it right when he needs to.
Nearing the hour mark. I don't know how we're still scoreless.
It's been a lot of opportunities. It's getting a little bit more open as well. The Rapids, I think, can feel that they will be able to potentially sneak an opportunity.
Here we go, Yappy down the left flank. Darren Yappy into the box. Yappy! Oh, that is fabulous! What a finish from young Darren Yappy.
Wonderful run. It's that low build on this change of point. Vines is able to collect because of that good first touch. He's able to play in 2 touches. This increases the speed of play, beats behind Harvey, and then Trapp allows Darren Yappy inside. But it's really not bad defending. Look at that first touch. That sets everything up for the distribution here. But it's an absolutely sublime finish from Yappy, cutting inside. He has enough power, but more importantly, the accuracy to put it in the side netting.
It's knocked down by Gressel. Trapp couldn't run onto it. Now a chance for the Rapids on the break. Here goes Navajo. Raced down by Owen Zhen. Navajo waiting for support. Slides it along. Yappy, good first touch. Yappy on the double!
Look, you can't draw it up any better. The way you defend, this one goes right away. Larraz wins it, finds Harris. This early through ball, it's done quickly. It's done with the speed of play that doesn't allow the recovery, but it's the run off the backside shoulder from Yappy and the vision with which Navajo executes, playing it across. This is wonderful counterattacking play, running from deep, following it, and 2 opportunities for Yappy, and he makes the most of it.
Just top of the 18. Bassett all the way through, trying to connect the dots to the far side. Navajo out top for Larraz, building here for Colorado. Headed through for Yappy, and he makes it 1-0! Only fitting with a 17 on the board on Marcelo Balboa's night. And double sevens, Darren Yappy makes it 1-0.
Become a playmaker. Look at this little weighted ball up and down in a quick area. And there's Rafa Navarro to get on the end of it first. And that's the benefit of playing Darren Yappy next to Rafa Navarro. You play a 2-striker system at times. So when one is pulled off or peeled off the shoulder of the defender, the other one's crashing the box. Darren Yappy arrives right at the right time. Doesn't have to put a lot of pace on it. Look at him set up his body with the left foot. Just clean enough to slot it past Brad Guzan.
Guzan, the veteran, standing tall on his goal line. Navajo, the stutter step. Navajo's, he finishes it! With the exclamation point, and Colorado have their first lead.
And it's that clever cut, and look at the delay, trying to force Guzan to make a decision. They play a game of chicken. Guzan actually lays out in the right direction, gets a firm arm on it, but just too much pace on that ball from Rafa Navarro, and he gets himself a goal in a huge moment for the Colorado Rapids.
DiPietro turned into the pressure, but still escapes with the ball, looking for Yappy. Touched away. Harris. The return pass for Harris inside the edge of the 18. Slight push, but the follow-up will squeak through, and Navajo has another!
Play from Rafa Navarro. As Calvin Harris drives in, quick 1-2. Everyone stops to see if there's a penalty call on this. Everyone freezes, and Rafa Navarro with the heads-up play just responds, and look how quickly he gets to that ball. Brad Guzan surprised. It's in that vulnerable area under the left foot of Brad Guzan. He's unable to get to ground fast enough and make a play.
Looking for a season sweep of the Colorado Rapids. But here comes Bassett for the visitors, driving forward, and he finds Navajo. Navajo into the area, chips it past the keeper and in. Navajo's got the answer, and it's all level here at Children's Mercy Park.
Floating to the left, but I love how Bassett recognizes Aronson's deep. Bassett more than happy to step up because Davis and Basong had come a little bit high. Good pocket, and then just let Rafa Navarro go to work here. I do wonder if he's in an onside position. He's quick over that back shoulder run to get.
This is Bassett on the right-hand side. He drives it toward the back post. It's corralled by Santos. He'll put one back across. He finds Navajo, and then it's knocked on by Rosenberry. Not sure how much he knew about it, but Rosenberry at the right place, the right time, and it's 2-1 Colorado.
You lose a little bit in coverage, but the aggression that he's willing to display on the front line with that magical wand of a left foot. Good first touch. The second holds Suleymanov and allows Rafa Navarro to start his run. He just flat out misses it, and they're quite fortunate, to be honest, that this ball is able to pop itself off of Keegan Rosenberry.
Look to challenge the goalkeeper where he stands.
It's the Raz closest to it. Bassett, he'll get it, he'll shoot, and he'll score! Start for the Rapids at home, 1-0.
This is why it's so important to have so many capable members over the ball, because Bond, the rest of the Houston Dynamo, they have no idea who is going to take the strike. And anybody that said, oh yeah, it's for sure going to be Cole Bassett off of a back roll, you're absolutely lying. But this is prolific execution here. Something off the training ground said, oh, you thought we were going to go to the other way? Just that little bit of hesitation from Bond allows the homegrown star and Cole Bassett to celebrate to the corner.
Aronson felt the pressure of Musa coming from behind. Aronson trying to weave his way through and taken off the ball by Delgado, and he gives it right back. Santos looking to deliver, back post, and it was broken up. Harris comes away with it, goes for goal! Harris scores! That's the response the Rapids were looking for. 1-1 in Frisco.
This entry pass from Santos creates a little bit of space, and when Calvin Harris picks up this ball, watch the way he fakes this shot to get now into a position where he can go with the second effort. And Kappas sells out to block the effort. When Harris goes back against the grain, it acts as a shield and a screen to Jackson, who's anticipating this going to the far post. There is the smallest window between where Kappas and Urogide is, and Calvin Harris finds that lane and threads the needle.
Colorado was looking for a response. Chris Armas has said, we know what's at stake. We need to win the home.
He's not worried about this right-hand corner.
And it will be Santos! His first goal as a Rapid. Colorado, rampant, and Cover City goes into ecstasy.
What a strike, but just watch Sinclair take that little step to his left. He just leans to his left and leaves it open, but take nothing away from the ability of the Brazilian to bounce that into the back of the net. That little bounce in front, but Sinclair just takes a little dip to his left-hand side. Once he does that, he's got no chance to come across. Aronson's in there, I know, in Navarro, but he can still get forward and cause Lloris a problem, but he stopped making that run. Now, whether that's down to fatigue or whatever it is, it looks like Colorado's going to make a change as well, Mark, but...
When playing out of the back goes wrong, it just did, and Paxton Aronson has his moment for Colorado.
Crying out from the back, Lloris as well. I mean, you don't have to say anything. It's ridiculous, you know. He shouldn't be in that position to do that. He knows. He don't need me or anyone else telling him to do it. It's a silly thing. He's opened his body up. And great credit to the kid, his attitude, and to keep going. A lot of players would have stopped. He wants to go, and that's one of his big attributes as well, is to keep going, keep running, keep believing.
Here's Segura under pressure, clearing it. Only as far as Rosenberry, however.
It's a little bit of panic station to deliver it.
Now Ollie LaRoz.
And here's a run by Darren Yappy! Goal Colorado! Darren Yappy has ended his drought, and he's given Colorado some real hope. They need some help, but first you gotta help yourself.
But what a run by the young player. Sensational, gets in front of the defenders, and Lloris has got no chance. This place has erupted. What a delivery. I said put it in. Things happen. What a run, what a header. You said you got a chance. Well, there you go.
Darren Yappy had gone 5 games without a goal or an assist.